What's up, guys? I'm J.Cotto. Welcome to a boxing conversation. And well, basically, man, I'm just doing episode 2. This is sort of like my second time doing this joint. You know what I mean? So I'm just inviting everybody. Doesn't matter who you are. If you like boxing, you like talking boxing, let's talk some boxing. Um, I've got a couple of topics, I want to bring up as well, but I just want to make sure that everybody, is here and make sure the live chat is set. Make sure everybody's set. But yeah, man, I hope you guys are great. I hope you guys had a great weekend as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. You know, um, Drop a comment. You know, uh, we had some great fights, man. This weekend we did. And what's funny is that you have a lot of downing, a lot of people that are downing shit. You know what I mean? A lot of people that are saying things that are it's just ridiculous. So we can talk about that as well as Manny Pacquiao's victory. And thing I'm not going to get into is anything political. You know what I mean? I'm not into the politics of boxing. Personally, I think it fucking really sucks. Really sucks. But I just want to see what's going on with the live chats. If anybody's coming on the chats, and we're just starting up right now. So welcome to a boxing conversation, and that's just basically this victory win for Manny Pacquiao this weekend got some people going crazy, man. Some people know exactly what I'm talking about. Some people know exactly what I'm talking about. I dropped the video earlier. I got one thumbs down. I mean, thumbs down, thumbs up. Everybody's has a right to their opinion, but I just got one down and shit, and it's kind of fucking hilarious to me. There's always one or a couple. And it's just driving people crazy. This whole Pacquiao. Every time Pacquiao gets up, it drives motherfuckers crazy. It drives motherfuckers crazy to the point that some guys that we may know may have boxing knowledge, and when it comes to that, that shit just goes out the window. They just totally fucking forget. Totally fucking forget, man. You know what I mean? So I'm just waiting for you guys, man. Peace to one person that's joining me right now, man. Peace to you. Hashtag come back to boxing. Thank you for joining the live broadcast. If you have any questions whatsoever, man, drop them down. You know what I mean? I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so it seems like this shit is just driving a lot of guys crazy. Um, it also comes down to the disrespect that some fight fans and some fighters as well are displaying behind Manny Pacquiao's win. Me personally, when you come to grips with basically what boxing is today as to what it was back then you understand the landscape. A lot of guys want to change the boxing landscape to their advantage. The shit happens. It happens. But then at the same time, when that happens, you can't be biased and you can't be double standard to the fact that when your fighter's fucking up and using other fighters as stepping stones and really isn't accomplishing the way he's supposed to be accomplishing. And let me not omit the she, because there is female boxing as well, which we should support fucking strongly. But when your fighter gets called out, you should be calling him out as well. Because a healthy fight fan makes a healthy fucking fighter. You know what I mean? And I'm more than sure a lot of you guys don't want to partake into careers that are fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? I'm more than sure that you guys don't want to partake into your fighter's career if he winds up getting hurt, some shit like that, because you wanted to see something, you wanted to push him into some other shit, So we just basically have to just understand the boxing landscape of today. Now, Manny Pacquiao fought a Lucas Matisse. Okay, Lucas Matisse had a strap. I think he had one fight before he met Pacquiao. After that, he didn't have any fights. He was inactive. Okay. But before this, people were praising Lucas Matisse. Before this, people were saying, "Oh, where's Lucas Matisse?" And when Lucas Matisse came back to the spotlight, back into the squared circle. What happened after that? Okay, Lucas Matisse back, all right, and he was in there as a competitor and as a guy who had a strap. Leading up to this fight, when this fight was announced, everybody was like, "Oh yeah, Lucas Matisse, that's a dangerous fight for Manny Pacquiao." Now that Manny Pacquiao washed the machine ain't shit. So we're going to do this thing where we're going to diminish and take away credibility from fighters, right? That's what we're gonna do. Okay, no problem. Let's do that. But let's do this shit to your fighters as well. Please. Let us do this to your fighters as well. You know what I mean? Don't be biased. Now, Lucas Matisse did that to himself. Lucas Matisse got into this ring with a man who has pedigree. I know the ridicule that Manny Pacquiao's going under simply because they're always with that shit where they always say that Manny Pacquiao's mediocre. You show me somebody who's been through 8 weight divisions, the fighter of the decade, and amongst other accolades. You show me that. Please do. I would like to see that. If you guys can show me a mediocre fighter who achieved like Manny Pacquiao, then hey, boxing's a fucking walk in the park then, don't you think? Shouldn't this be said? So, Lucas Matisse got into the ring with Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao, his pedigree is way up there, and just basically washed Lucas Matisse. Manny Pacquiao would have beaten the Lucas Matisse of back then as well. Lucas Matisse lost to Danny Garcia. Lucas Matisse lost to people he shouldn't have lost to. So maybe you guys are right in the department where Lucas Matisse wasn't going to hang with Manny Pacquiao. But then at the same time, who else was Manny Pacquiao going to fight? Better question. Who was Lucas Matisse going to fight? See, these guys needed to fight each other, and they fought each other. The number one thing that I want you guys to understand here with this Manny Pacquiao and the Jeff Horn and the Crawford, Top Rank in a whole, I've been saying this through my lives, I've been saying this through my videos, and I'm going to say this now on this live broadcast here on YouTube. Bob Arum is a fucking genius. He's a smart motherfucker. This guy has 2 fucking dogs in the fight. He's got 2 horses in this unification race. Okay? He's got Manny Pacquiao now, and he's got Terrence Bud Crawford. Before Bob Arum leaves, before Manny Pacquiao leaves, I guarantee you that it's either going to be Manny Pacquiao or Terrence Bud Crawford that's going to unify. Take my word for it. If you don't know who I am, I've been saying what's been going on now for about 2.5 years now. This is going to go down as we all thought that at first it was going to be Thurman Spence Jr., then we thought it was going to be Crawford Spence Jr., but it just might turn out to be Pacquiao Crawford. Now, let's take a look at the landscape of the welterweight division. We have Errol Spence Jr., who's holding the IBF. We have Keith, one-time Thurman, who was holding the WBC but gave it up because of an injury he sustained. So now he's a WBA champ, should be coming back soon. Terrence Bud Crawford is the WBO champion. And whoever wins between Danny Garcia and Sean Porter will be the WBC title holder. And now we have Pacquiao, who's WBA regular, right? Okay, so Pacquiao's WBA regular. I see something wonderful here. I see something and I see something possible here. I see something possible here. A lot of you guys may say that he's over the hill. There's no fucking way now. Manny Pacquiao's too old. He lost a step. So on and so forth, right? But you guys aren't understanding that Manny Pacquiao is able to most likely hang with these fucking young guys. He just may be able to hang with these young fucking guys because none of these young guys are fighting hard. None of these young guys has ever fought any fighter with the pedigree of Pacquiao. Pacquiao's an intelligent fighter, and the only one that I think out of all these guys that I just said right now who would give Manny Pacquiao a hard day at the office is Terrence Bud Crawford, because Terrence Bud Crawford is fucking, he's how do you say, intelligent. You know, Terrence Bud Crawford is very, very, very fucking intelligent. You know, very intelligent. And you guys just have to see for yourselves exactly what I mean. Terrence Crawford has a lot of tools, and he's intelligent. He's the only one that I feel that in this era that's able to fuck with Pacquiao. Pacquiao could handle a Keith Thurman, because Keith Thurman's inactivity, as well as, depending how fast he comes back on track or whatever, and the timing that they meet, Manny Pacquiao boxes shit out of Keith Thurman. Okay? Sean Porter needs to work on his defense. He'll get hit all day. Danny Garcia, flat-footed like a motherfucker. Manny Pacquiao's not Barrera. The same action is not happening. Errol Spence Jr., he's fast and he's big, but he gets hit a lot. His defense lacks. I mean, you guys can say what you want to say. You guys see what you want to see, but this is exactly what's reality. Manny Pacquiao has a pedigree right now that none of these young guys have ever seen. Okay? You guys can continue to disrespect, continue to say, no, Manny Pacquiao's washed, he's over the hill. Manny Pacquiao continues to whoop young guys' asses. He took Jesse Vargas' shit. Jeff Horn was a fucking legit fucking middleweight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, he was all rough. He wasn't boxing. None of these guys on a long range fight kit, on a boxing match, none of these guys have the skill to fuck with a Manny Pacquiao. Like I said, I'll break it down again. Keith Thurman, if he was to face Manny Pacquiao, I'm telling you right now, especially now with the long layoff, depending how fast and the timing of this fight between these two, if it was to ever be made, Keith Thurman would still not have the pedigree to fuck with Manny Pacquiao. Same thing with Danny Garcia, flat-footed, relies on his left hook. And if Keith Thurman got to him, no triangle theory here. But you also got to look at the pedigree of these people, of these fighters. Okay, these guys aren't fighting Manny Pacquiao. No matter how fucking old he is, he still has that fight game. Manny Pacquiao's too intelligent. And for guys to sit here and actually say, because these guys aren't fighting anybody in this era. Manny Pacquiao has fought the best of them. What exactly is Errol Spence Jr., Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Garcia bringing to the table as to something different or familiar that Manny Pacquiao has seen? None of these guys are. Terrence Crawford, just because of his ambidextrous ability, okay, and his is probably the only one that's going to give Manny Pacquiao a run for his money. The rest of these guys are lacking. Okay, Errol Spence Jr., I respect him, but he still needs work. He's still working up. He's still working his way up. No matter what anybody says, you guys can disagree with me. But if you really look at it, Manny Pacquiao has stretched out from his era into this fucking era. And he's continuing to move forward. So you guys are going to continue. Okay, you can continue to do that. It's so good. Now, those that are upset at me right now because of what I said, which is just a boxing opinion, but, well, then you should be mad at Bomac, which is Crawford's trainer. Be mad at Crawford as well, because these guys are calling Errol Spence Jr. on the Fight Hype interview that came out today. These guys are calling out Errol Spence Jr., bro. It's like somebody calls you out and you're ignoring them, but you're calling out somebody that you know you can fuck up. That, you're calling out Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman's inactive right now. He's recuperating. He already put out a statement and said, I'm going to see y'all when I'm back. You feel what I'm saying? So your concentration right now should be the other title holders. Am I correct? Right? So you should be thinking about Terrence Bud Crawford now. You should be thinking about Terrence Bud Crawford right now. Because Terrence Bud Crawford is thinking of you and everybody else who's holding a fucking strap. You know what I mean? He also stated that he's very upset that people are saying that he is not pound for pound. So these are things that you have to understand. The guys, the pedigree of today's fighters are not the same as to those in the era of Pacquiao, the era of Mayweather, the era of it's not the same. Danny Garcia beat an old Barrera. Like that shit was fucking. He was Manny Pacquiao's nowhere near that. Manny Pacquiao's still fighting. Manny Pacquiao's still type fresh. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Horn did not win that fight. We all seen what happened. Now I'm not on here like a pactard. I'm on here like a boxing fan. All right. If you look at my video, the weaponized fans and Manny Pacquiao's victory, you will see exactly where I stand with this. You guys are counting Manny Pacquiao out, and you shouldn't. Has it ever hit you guys that the reason why he's still boxing and he's still fighting is because he wants to unify? It's a possibility that Manny Pacquiao's able to unify in this easy ass fucking era. You know what I mean? You guys can be like, oh my God, blasphemy. How could you say that about Errol Spence Jr.? Well, it's the fucking truth. It's the fucking truth. Errol Spence Jr. right now should be calling out either Pacquiao or Terrence Bud Crawford. But no. People want to see stupid fights like Pacquiao and Loma or Pacquiao and Canelo. The fuck out of here. That shit makes no fucking sense. That is not a fight. Those aren't fights. Manny Pacquiao said he's not leaving 147. So if you guys want that fight, Loma has to come up 147. Rightfully. Have nothing against Loma. But I have something against people wanting this fucking fight. If Pacquiao was to go down, dangerous for his health, he's old. You know what I mean? He's not going to take that too well. He'll be lacking in a lot going down to 140, 142 and a half. No, fuck that. You guys were complaining about catch weights and now you want this shit. You guys are fucking confused. You're confused. You're very confused. You guys got to stop counting Manny Pacquiao out, man. You know what I mean? Like Manny Pacquiao, like I said, is general in this era. You guys can laugh. You guys can say whatever you like. But it comes to the ultimate understanding, right? That when you guys like talking that shit about there's levels to this shit, Manny Pacquiao is the master of all those fucking levels. And these young boys have not gotten there yet. Had the fight selection been the same as in Manny Pacquiao's era, having a Corrales, right? Even having a fucking Pretty Boy Floyd, having a fucking a Forrest, a fucking what's his name? Costa Zoo. Imagine all those fucking beasts. None of these guys, not a Danny Garcia, not a Errol Spence Jr., and possibly maybe a Thurman. I mean, but Thurman's very successful with body shots. These guys would be, especially at Costa Zoo. No, none of these guys would have survived. And you're fucking lying to yourself if you say you do. So are you telling me that because you see Errol Spence Jr. beating up Kell Brook after he fucking got whatever the fuck from Gennady Golovkin, taking nothing away from that fight, but we know what it is, right? But here you got the vet, Manny Pacquiao. You guys don't think that Manny Pacquiao would give any of these fucking boys a fucking loss? And like I said, there is no bias with Terrence Crawford, even though I follow Terrence Crawford, even though I like Terrence Crawford, and he's one of my favorite fighters in this era. It's just that he's fighting right, and he has the tools, and he has shown lots of strategies when defeating his opponents as to why he has that pedigree in this era where most are lacking to hang with a Manny Pacquiao. You guys, you know, I can understand the monikers. I can understand everybody in jest fucking around. Oh, your fight is a bitch. Nah, your fight is a bitch. Nah, your fighter wears stockings. Nah, I can understand all of that. That's all in jest. That's all in good sportsmanship. But now when shit gets extreme And people are lying to themselves, like Stephen A. Smith, whose hairline is right fucking here, right at the cusp of his fucking ears. Yes, this is weed. At the cusp of his fucking ears. A person like that who still gets a lineup when they have no fucking hairline is definitely lying to themselves. Henceforth, they're a fucking liar. I don't respect Stephen A. Smith. I don't respect Brandon Schwab for saying what he said about McGregor being elite in boxing, which is a total fucking lie, without having a fucking record, you know? No. You know, it's just stupid shit like that. You guys play stupid, artificial shit like that, but you don't give respect to a man who can most likely beat the shit out of these fucking title holders today. I don't care, and I'm not speaking about agendas. I'm not speaking about color of skin. I'm not speaking about any of that shit. I am speaking of pure boxing skill, pedigree. Manny Pacquiao has more boxing skill and pedigree than any other one of these fucking boys today. Check the resume, if you may. Check it today. There's nothing more to say. Manny Pacquiao is the fucking man. And I think that it's just hurting you guys a lot. It's swelling your fucking Twinkies to the point that you're like, God damn, son, there is a fucking possibility. What do you think? Bob Arum is stupid? You guys think that he's a promoter for no fucking reason, and just because these guys had a strategy that consisted of giving these guys fucking money for fighting less, and look at them now, bankrupt, and everybody's moving ahead. Everybody's moving along. Everybody's making fucking streaming deals, billion-dollar streaming, and these guys are still stuck. These guys are still thinking that free TV on boxing was the new shit when it was already fucking done. Sorry, guys, but you're with the wrong fucking crowd. And because you're losing, you want to put propaganda and agendas behind it. You go ahead and do that. We already see that. We see the exoskeleton of that bitch. So when it comes down to some shit like this, you guys just can't right away just say to yourselves, oh, Manny Pacquiao's old. These guys will beat him up. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. Because if that was the case, let's take it there. Let's take it to Mayweather. Being as old as he was and fighting all these other guys, right? Right? But now those guys that don't like Mayweather are going to say what it is and what's the inevitable and the fucking truth, which is he was gimmicked. He had a lot of stipulations in his fights, right? So he was basically, you know, helped. Okay, we can understand that, no doubt. Okay. Manny Pacquiao never had no stipulations. Manny Pacquiao never come up dirty. Manny Pacquiao never do none of this shit that the guys that you're calling the best ever today that still have not proved anything. Manny Pacquiao fought motherfuckers at the right time. Manny Pacquiao fought motherfuckers who were the shit in his era. He came here. He fought motherfuckers who were young. Timothy Bradley, okay, who was fucking pound for pound. You know what I mean? Timothy, I'm going to keep talking. Timothy Bradley was pound for pound. He won all 3 fights. He crushed Timothy Bradley on all 3 fights. And they robbed him for the first one. Just like they did with the fucking Jeff Horn. The only thing is that the Jeff Horn fight made more sense. It made more sense because Bob Arum said, you know what? I'm going to have 2 fucking dogs in this fight. So now for unification, to grab the titles. Bob Arum's not stupid. So now you've got Manny Pacquiao and you've got fucking Terrence Bud Crawford, who both are eligible for title unification, either against themselves or either going up again. And personally, the Arum boys need to go hunting first and leave each other for the showdown. So Manny Pacquiao or Terrence Crawford can go for Errol Spence Jr., either or. Take him out the fucking picture. You know what I'm saying? A Keith Thurman, either or. Like these guys should just chase. Just chase the guys that are holding the titles, the Arum boys, Crawford and Pacquiao. And once Pacquiao gets the 2 and Crawford gets, that's it. They've got him, and it's all going for broke. Fuck it. That's the way I see this going. And if it goes out that way, you got to thank Bob Arum for making it so exciting and bringing it back to the old nostalgic feeling of the old school boxing feel of sort of like a Tony type shit. You know, this is what needs to happen in boxing. Not no shit where you got one fighter who's trying to be, you know, you guys totally misunderstand the fucking point of the face of boxing. Mayweather, everybody else trying to make one face of boxing. Impossible. You know why? Too many weight divisions. This isn't fucking wrestling. Nobody can fucking be Hulk Hogan. Now even fucking pro wrestling has fucking weight divisions now. Cruiserweight division, all this bullshit, right? Whatever. That's sports entertainment. Boxing is not sports entertainment. Boxing is a fucking sport, a full contact sport. The face of boxing is basically the face of Lomachenko. He is the face. He is the face. He is a face of boxing. He represents his division. Manny Pacquiao is a face of boxing. At that time represented now representing 147. Middleweight division. Gennady Golovkin. Heavyweight division. Anthony Joshua. Wilder. See, there are faces. There can never be just one face. And these guys got everybody going crazy and going, oh, no, fuck that. Errol Spence Jr. is up there. No way. No. Errol Spence Jr. is the fucking man. This is, no, that's his spot. No, bullshit. Bullshit. And if he wants that spot, he's going to have to fight hard. Everybody's going to have to fight hard. You guys are saying Manny Pacquiao's not fighting hard, but Manny Pacquiao's fucking fighting hard. Accomplishments, feats, accolades. The fuck are you? What are these fucking young guys doing for this sport? And I'm only shitting on them because you guys are not respecting, man. You guys are not looking at exactly what's happening in front of you. History. You've got good old-fashioned boxing history. Wholesome. But you guys want to pollute it with all of this bullshit with agendas and propagandas. You guys go ahead and do that. Like I said in my video, like I said on my lives, you guys are just tarnishing your own fucking boxing knowledge. And you know how I fucking know that? Because I have listened on in to a lot of fucking debates on here, on fucking Facebook, on fucking Instagram. You guys don't debate. You guys yell, you get emotional, you try to turn it into a snapping fest with no, and it turns into something that has nothing to do with boxing. That's all you fucking guys do. That's all you guys do. And you guys need to stop this shit. You guys need to sit down, debate, talk facts. You know what I mean? And stop trying to knock motherfuckers down, because now when motherfuckers that are knowledgeable come out and start knocking your fighter down, you don't like it. So just stop it. Talk straight facts. If you can't do it, then just stay the fuck shut and just eat it. Because a real fucking debater and a real fucking, look, sportsmanship, if you lost, you fucking lost. You shake hands, you keep it going. It is what it is. It's not the end of the day. It's not the end of the world. Thanks. You know what I mean? Just fucking do it. Just go out and have a nice debate. You know what I mean? It's fun, bro. Debates are great. But now you can't get emotionally tied to shit. You just can't do that shit, man. But facts are facts, man. And that's why I always tell everybody, do your research. Now, if you compare, because you guys are all about resumes, compare Manny Pacquiao's resume to Errol Spence Jr.'s, Keith Thurman's, Terrence Crawford's, Sean Porter's, and Danny Garcia's. The top dogs, right? At 147 right now. Go ahead. Go ahead, do it. Do it. Makes no sense, right? Because on that paper, Manny Pacquiao is fucking ultra fucking king compared to these young boys. These guys are still amateurs compared to Manny Pacquiao, right? On paper, right? Right? On paper, right? 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 So resumes do not tell the truth on a fighter unless you're putting them from opponent to opponent to see whose fight selection is better. and whose knockout ratio, who has more of a knockout rate. That's about it. But now, he's still in this era. This still can be done. The comparisons, right? The measuring stick can be done. Me as a fight fan, I'm all for it. I'm not scared. Shit. The moment I see Pacquiao signing a fucking dotted line and signing a contract going up against either Errol Spence Jr., Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford, Porter, or Garcia, all you Floyd Mayweather fans as well out there, the Flomos, you're gonna have to give it up after that. You know why? Because Floyd should have done this. Floyd should have been doing this. Floyd should have been fighting one of these fucking guys instead of going out with a Conor McGregor. Prior to saying, they won't let me get away with that shit, and I'm better than Ali. They won't let me get away with fighting somebody that was 7-0, but you fought somebody that was 0-0. But most of them guys praise it, though. Guys as in boxing fans. I don't want nobody misconstruing my shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. This is a fandom chase. This is weaponized fanboyism, man. And it's toxic. A lot of you guys, man, you know, a lot of the guys that are out there trolling, and that's all it really is. Nobody's really racist here. It's just trolling. It's just guys who swear they're fucking men, upset because their fighter ain't doing shit. Meanwhile, at the end of the day, Manny Pacquiao's legacy is more solidified than Floyd Mayweather's Jr. There is not one question in Manny Pacquiao's legacy. And if you've got a steroid question on that, that's because you allowed Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Sr.'s fears before they even took the fight. Paulie Malignaggi's hate as well for Manny Pacquiao and jealousy. You know what I'm saying? To fucking do what he got to do. Adept T. Joe, it's not about stop it, my brother. No doubt he lost to Floyd. Of course he lost to Floyd. Fuck yeah, he lost to Floyd. So you need to stop it because nobody's stripping Floyd from that win. But what I'm saying here is that when you still look at it, where's Floyd in this picture now? To be called a TBE, best ever. The best ever does this. The best ever stays in an era where he needs to fucking come on down and fight these youngins. Because you can't be on the sideline and talk shit. You know what I'm saying? The way you were talking shit while retired. So that's out the fucking way, Adept. That little Floyd retired dude. That's out the fucking way. Because if he's retired, then he should talk like he's retired. You feel what I'm saying? Now look at the hypocrisy in you, right? In you, where you just said, stop it, he lost to Floyd. You got offended right away because you thought that I was saying, but Manny Pacquiao is better if you really look at his accomplishments. Floyd knows that too. A lot of you guys know that too. You know what I'm saying? Now here we go with Manny Pacquiao's tax problems, which has nothing to do with boxing. Nothing to do with boxing. Has nothing to do with boxing. Now let's see what else you say. Let's see what else fandom or fanboyism you put yourself into. Let's see. He says Floyd would wipe the floor with the 154-pound division now. Where the fuck is he then? That's what's wrong with you Flomos. That's what's wrong with you Flomos. You guys are look, Floyd will wipe the floor with a 154 division now. Now, why didn't he do it then? Where is he now? Where's Floyd now? Floyd's a paper chaser. He's a prize fighter. He's not a fucking legacy fighter, dog. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Floyd is a defensive genius. Floyd is a defensive savant. No doubt. Take nothing away from him. Richest fucking athlete ever. No doubt. Won't take that away from him. Motherfucker could sell a fight. Motherfucker could fight. But he was gimmick, man. Stipulations inside contracts with gloves and can't hit against the rope with Maidana the second fight and taking out 25 fouls per testing and the WBC coming to his rescue as soon as he got a TUE. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it goes on and on, my brother. It goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? So if you love Pacquiao's style and you ain't no Flomo, then why are you arguing with something that I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And thank you, Joel Lopez. Floyd didn't even fight Lara when he was his mandatory. Floyd should be here if he's TBE, right? And the reason why I say this, Adept, if I'm saying it right, sir, I want to make sure I got your name right. If I'm saying this correctly, right? Why is it that no, nobody's hating on Mayweather? You see how you guys Twinkies get swollen all of a sudden? You're not even paying attention to what I'm saying, but yet everybody else is understanding exactly what I'm saying. If Floyd is retired and you're allowing him to talk shit about a fighting defending champion like Gennady Golovkin, talking about he's not fighting anybody right now, he's not daring to be great. That's not really talking retirement. And if you're talking so much shit, then why don't you come out of retirement and you dare to be great? But what? You feel that he's the greatest fighter because he fought a fucking UFC fighter who didn't know how to fucking fight in the first place? Who didn't know the style of boxing? Are you fucking kidding me? So then he goes on to say, because I love Pac style doesn't mean I can't disagree. You're not disagreeing with what I'm saying about Pac style. You're hurt over what I said. In which is Manny Pacquiao's career is worth more than fucking Floyd Mayweather's. Now you're going to take it to, oh, but Floyd's richer than Pacquiao. We don't know that. You don't know that. All of these things that they come out, oh, Manny Pacquiao's $20 million. Oh, they said that shit last time before he fought fucking, and Floyd owed money to fucking the IRS as well. Just recently. All these fucking and if you're in the millions, you owe. Bottom line, ask any millionaire. If you happen to know any millionaire, that's fact. Millionaires are always in debt with the fucking IRS. Always. Always. That's a lot of fucking money. And you got to show a lot of records and a lot of receipts and how you know what I'm saying? Learn the fucking game first. Now, he goes, Floyd's in his 40s now. Why the fuck he needs to come back, bro? You see how you're fucking hurting your ass now? Manny Pacquiao's in his 40s and he's still here. The fuck are you talking about? B-Hop retired almost at 50. The fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? You're mad because Floyd Mayweather's not put in the picture and the possibility that he's able to, that Manny Pacquiao's able to fucking unify. Because that was the whole fucking, this is my whole lie. The possibility of Manny Pacquiao actually unifying against these young guys. Right? And how these young guys never seen the pedigree of Manny Pacquiao. None of these guys. Thurman, Crawford, Porter, Garcia, Spence Jr. You know what I mean? And now look at the stupid shit you're writing now. Pac tarnished his legacy, same as Hopkins, same as Roy Jones Jr. How the fuck? How? Explain that. Explain that. Explain how Roy Jones Jr., Hopkins, and Pac, because they continue fighting, are tarnishing their fucking legacies. You fucking asinine person, you. How? How? Please explain that. Explain that to a brother. Because you're a casual. I can tell right now. Look, Spence will break Pacquiao into pieces. That easy, huh? That easy? You really think that easy? You really think that a kid like Spence Jr., who still lacks in defense, who's really flat-footed, who hardly works off the jab, his defense is sort of like Hurd's. He gets fucking hit. Pacquiao would fucking put so many fucking punches in that kid's face. Kid. This is what I'm saying, man. You know what? I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna have to put you on timeout for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm gonna put you on timeout for a minute, so that way you'll understand that you casuals, you know that's all hurt. That's all hurt. He is so hurt right now. And all I'm speaking is pure fact here. If you look at Manny Pacquiao's career and you look at Floyd Mayweather's career on paper, whether Manny Pacquiao lost to fucking Floyd Mayweather, whether you feel or think that Manny Pacquiao was cheated and won the Floyd Mayweather fight, whatever anybody feels, bro. However the fuck you feel, it's still to the fact. And now this guy, Adept T. Joe, whatever the fuck your name is, you're as weird as your fucking name. You came off as weird as your name. I mean, you try to come at me with this bullshit now. Got to come a little harder than that. And now I know you're a troll, right? You're a little rainbow skirt wearing troll because now you're mad. And you said, haha, Spencer beat the shit and we'll break Pacquiao to pieces. That easy, huh? That easy? You think it's that fucking easy? Like Manny Pacquiao wouldn't even fucking, couldn't get to Spence Jr. or anybody else, but in your case, Spence Jr. wouldn't get to him? All right, man, we'll just have to see. But one thing I can guarantee, Terence Crawford would beat the shit out of Spence Jr. That's without a question. And I can't wait. I can't wait till this fight happens. You see, this is what I like about myself and other guys that have been watching boxing before Adept and the rest of these motherfuckers have been watching, that have just caught on to it either 2012 or now. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, this is the type of thing that I like. I like to sit back and let these motherfuckers continue to speak, because this is exactly what he's doing. He's just talking and talking. I put him on timeout. I had to put him on timeout because he was very upset. And me being a parent and being 44 years old and being a senior at the fucking sport, I had to just sit him down right now. He's making no fucking sense. You know what I mean? And this is exactly what happens. You know what I mean? This is exactly what's going to happen. Whoever's uploading videos and you respect fight styles like Pacquiao's and Lomas and Crawford's, you know, and if you Golovkin's, these guys that are fucking doing something for the sport and themselves, you got to be careful with guys like this. Because these guys are all fucking weaponized. They're weaponized with propaganda, all types of shit. You see how you got to handle these motherfuckers? Nah, I didn't cut him out. I just put him on timeout. He'll be back in 300 seconds. And we're going to have to see what he has to say. Now, he's all, oh, but Pat, come on, man. Floyd Mayweather's retired. But he's not talking like he's retired. He's trying to insult motherfuckers like he's retired. So if he's doing that, and he just had a fight recently, and we all know that Floyd still got it in him. He's a gym rat. He still could come out of retirement. He'll come out of retirement if the fight was 100 mil. So enough of that. Oh, come on, he's retired. This is exactly what I mean about you fucking pansies. You pansies, oh, that's my fighter. Oh, he's the best. But then what happens? What happens when he gets challenged by another fight fan like me to make himself great? He just won't do that. He won't do that. And then comes the money talk. And then when you run out of nothing, exactly what you did here. Oh, but Manny Pacquiao owes money to the IRS, which has nothing to do with boxing. You fucking casual. You're a straight casual. You know what I'm saying? You're a straight casual, my brother. You're a straight fucking casual. You know, and it's just to the point that this is what you have to do to these guys. You know what I mean? And I'm not calling out no factions, man. I'm not gonna do that. You know what I mean? Because there are certain people that you know that I follow and I like their boxing content and I respect. You know, but we all have to agree here though. A bad apple fucks up the whole bunch, man. You know, and this here, guys like this, those are bad bunches. Look how you try to, oh, but I like Pacquiao's fight style. But if you like Pacquiao's fight style, then everything that I'm saying, it's not that you should be agreeing with. You should really have nothing to say about it. Just like the other 6 viewers. They have nothing to say about this because what I'm speaking is pure fact. When you put it down, it's pure fucking fact. You're coming at me with fucking hate, just like a lot of guys that run into this are going to. And that's only because their feelings are hurt with the truth. The truth is, it's a motherfucker, man. The truth is a motherfucker. When you have to hear the truth, when it comes down to the ultimate truth, it bothers, man. You know, the ultimate truth here is this. Manny Pacquiao's old. Manny Pacquiao lacks in many fucking departments. Okay? In today's fucking boxing standards. Okay? Like, he's not down because he ain't rich. Or because he's not African American. And these are today's standards. So if it bothers you, this is what you guys have set up across. So don't fuck me. Don't send me to hell. Don't curse my life. This is what's been sent forth here. This is what's been set by you guys. So I'm only going by what your standards are. You know what I mean? I'm just saying that you have to face the truth here. There's a possibility because of Pacquiao's whole fucking pedigree, knowing that these guys ain't really fight the people that Pacquiao has fought. And let's put Mayweather in there for you guys, the guys that Mayweather had fought in their era, all the way till now. And Manny Pacquiao's not used or fucked up like a Barrera to lose to a Danny Garcia in this era or anyone like that. You guys don't think that Manny Pacquiao has what it takes to actually try to unify? To at least get past a Thurman, Porter, and or a Garcia, whoever wins the WBC, and perhaps Errol Spence Jr. And maybe it's just imagine that. Imagine if he does that. Now, mind you, I'm not speaking as a Pac-tardy. I'm speaking as a boxing fan. I'm trying to open the pituitary gland, I'm trying to open up the landscape in your mind to see maybe the possibility that Manny Pacquiao, Bob Arum has two like I said before to the new guys that just got in here. Bob Arum has two dogs in this fucking race right now, dog. Okay? For unification. Pacquiao and Crawford. Wouldn't it be great if they both title hunt these fucking guys? Each get fucking the straps each. Then at the end, it's Crawford Pacquiao, the ultimate. That's what I see, especially after yesterday. Guys who are saying Manny Pacquiao lost his his footwork, lost his hand speed, no, Manny Pacquiao ain't doing. Manny Pacquiao's just fighting cautiously. When he turns it up, he turns it the fuck up. And Tim Bradley was telling the truth throughout the whole broadcast because he fought him 3 fucking times. So it's not only coming into the defense of Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? It's just coming to the defense of just boxing itself. Because Manny Pacquiao is the only thing we have left into that era as to real pure boxing. Like, let's fight, sign the contract boxing. Like, no stipulations, no nothing boxing. Like, let's just fucking fight boxing. Real fucking boxing. Now it's all gift wrapped and everything. You know what I mean? It's fucking crazy. My man Stone Cold, what's going on, my brother? Thank you for joining. No doubt. Now he's saying, come on, boy, you're a Pac fanboy. Stone Cold, were you here since the beginning of the broadcast when I already have praised Floyd, or I already have praised other fighters? Were you here when I actually came out and said that maybe it's very exactly? So how you calling me a fanboy? I'm only saying that it's a great boxing conversation to have, that it will be a great possibility that since these guys don't really have a good pedigree as to Pacquiao being the veteran, which happens in almost every fucking era, there's always that last vet. You know what I'm saying? That it would be great for Pacquiao to fight these young guys. How am I a Pac-tard? If I'm just saying that you should respect his victory from yesterday, because he's the only thing that we have left from that last era. How is that? But I'm saying though, Stone Cold, I think I deserve an apology, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm here for boxing, bro. I'm not here for one fighter. I'm not a neo-boxing fan, my brother. That was unnecessary, man. You know what I'm saying? But no. Now Stone Cold says, I agree. Floyd took the Pac fight 5 years too late. Oh, no doubt, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Pac did look great against Matisse, and no doubt. I appreciate that. Thank you, Stone Cold. Thank you very much, man. You know what I mean? Like, he did look good against Matisse. He did. A lot of guys are trying to take that away from him, saying, oh, but Matisse was washed. Oh, but no, but Matisse won a title. Matisse had a fight before that. Matisse was looking good. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, Matisse won from a fucking, you know what I'm saying? Now, Spence, who I got for Spence Crawford? I got Crawford. I got Crawford on so many levels. You know what I mean? I got Crawford on so many levels. And I've basically, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I basically got Crawford possibly on a 10th round, 11th round stoppage, because both of these guys are gonna be hitting each other. Excuse me, I'm gonna still be talking. These guys are gonna be hitting each other, but at the same time, you know what I mean? I just think that Terrence Crawford has too much Terence Crawford has too much of tools in his department. You know what I'm saying? He has too many smarts. You know, he's just nice. You know what I mean? You know, Spence would be too big for Mikey. Yeah, and not only that, I mean, Mikey's talking, and I like Mikey. Mikey got heart. I like he's a Garcia, man. You know what I'm saying? Piece of Oxnard, man. He got fucking heart, but you too small. You too small, Mikey. You know what I mean? And that power against Spence Jr. Nah, man. Now Stone Cold, I like you, man. I like these. I like it. Spence and let's see. I think Spence too big for Mikey too, no doubt. Yeah, definitely. He definitely is. And I think he would have too much power for Mike. Definitely. But Mikey could tag him a couple of times though. I'm not gonna take anything away from Mikey. He tag him a couple of times, but a knockdown and all that shit and getting him in trouble. Nah, I doubt it. But Mikey could pop though. So we really don't know. Mikey's sort of proving to us that he's a fucking weird specimen fighter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why he's got title at 135, 140. You feel me? Now he wants to go for a 147. Imagine if he does that shit. That's some freak of nature shit. You know what I'm saying? He says Loma and Mikey. That's a good one, but I got Loma simply because Loma's speed and his technicality, man. You know, his technicality, bro. He go, okay, here's a big one. AJ Wilder. I got AJ on that. AJ has shown that he has pedigree. You know what I mean? AJ has shown that he can actually box. AJ has shown that under baptism under fire, kid. That you know, when AJ's being fired upon, he can fight back. You know what I mean? He can actually fight back. You know, as well as, you know, set traps too. Like he was doing with Joseph Parker. I was bugging the fuck out. Every time he set a jab, and then he would fucking feint, and as soon as Joseph Parker would come in, he'd come in with a straight. I was bugging. I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker sent traps. You know, a lot of these fighters, man, of today in this era, they're good, but they're not great just yet. If they were just to fight each other to become great, then we can call them that. You feel what I'm saying? We could call them that, but we just can't give guys titles just because they got 1, 2, maybe 3 impressive victories. You know? Fight fans? Me too. Wow, bro. That's what I'm saying, man. Stone Cold also says, I think people hype Wilder too much. He was outboxed by Spilka before the KO. Yeah, he was getting outboxed. Yeah, I remember he had a mouse pad, and he had a mouse pad and a keyboard under his eyes, kid. You know what I mean? Like, he just caught him. He caught him good. But Spilka was boxing him. Now, that's the thing. Same thing with fucking King Kong Ortiz. Now, in this fight with AJ, AJ's going to definitely keep his distance. He's going to box him. When it gets on the inside, he's going to hit him with that uppercut, man. You know, Wilder is not a very good inside fighter, man. You know, but that's just my boxing opinion, you know. He also says, you should have more subs, dude. You talk sense. Thanks, brother. You know what I mean? Hey, a lot of people are stuck with propaganda, and you know what I mean? And I'm just one of those little boxing channels that have been out for fucking like 7 years and just tell the truth in the sport of boxing. But I'm everywhere else, Facebook, everywhere else, brother. You're more than happy to join the movement. Hashtag come back to boxing, my brother. You know? He goes, where in America you from, bro? I'm from the United States. I'm from New York, but I'm in Florida now, my brother. Definitely. Technically, Wilder is terrible. Yeah. Wilder is definitely technically sound, man. Like, Wilder's a brawler. There are such thing as brawlers in boxing. But a lot of guys like to put Wilder in an all-around category. Oh, he's a pure boxer. Oh, he's a boxer puncher. Oh, I moved from New York because New York is getting too closed in, man. And you know what I mean? Just to change your life. You know? Had to graduate in LB, brother. But, you know, a lot of guys, they like doing that. They like putting them in this little category. They like putting them in this little category. Wilder's just a fucking brawler. Okay? And to answer a lot of other fight fans' questions, if Wilder existed in Mike Tyson's era, Wilder wouldn't have lasted no more than fucking 2 rounds, kid. And I'm being generous giving Wilder 2 rounds. And that's just my boxing opinion. Yeah, yeah, sort of like a street fight. Exactly, man. You know what I mean? Exactly, my brother. Foul pole boxing. What's going on, brother, man? What's good? Foul pole boxing. What's going on, baby? Just chilling, my brother. Just chilling, man. You know what I'm saying? Having a boxing conversation, talking about the possibilities of Manny Pacquiao, okay, competing against these young guys, and maybe, just maybe, a possibility of him unifying. You know what I mean? It's a good boxing topic, huh? Let me thank you, man. I appreciate the sub, man. Welcome to the movement, man. Thank you, Stone Cold. No doubt, man. Oh, hell yeah. Now, let me put something into your guys' heads here with this. Now, do any of you guys actually think that Manny Pacquiao, his pedigree, has what it takes to go up against an Errol Spence Jr., Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford, Porter, or Garcia, regardless him being old? Because that's out the window now when you see this in Pacquiao. The Horn fight should be thrown out the window. It should be proven, solidified right there that he was robbed. Horn was a dirty-ass fighter. It was within the clinches, the headbutts, the guillotines, the fucking rear naked chokeholds. You know what I'm saying? No doubt. Heading home from work, listening to the stream. No doubt, my brother, man. Make it safe home, brother. No doubt. You know, piece of foul pole boxing, baby. You know, and it's just to the point, guys, that I just feel that Manny Pacquiao can't bang with him. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, 147 is quite stacked. But at the same time, though, if you look at what Pacquiao's put to the table, it's not a stack that what it was in his era, though. You know what I mean? All right, Joel Lopez, what's going on? Hashtag come back to boxing, baby. Let's see his insight. He says, I think Pacquiao beats Garcia, but not too sure about the rest. Okay, that's a great boxing opinion. No doubt, my brother. No doubt. I think he beats Garcia too. Not easily, but I think he beats him somewhere between like the 7th and 8th round. You know what I mean? That would be the first time probably that you know, Danny Garcia would actually be overwhelmed and probably cut all over the fucking place because of the fact that, yes, that he's flat-footed. You know what I mean? And Manny Pacquiao has the ability to possibly make Danny Garcia look like fucking Brandon Rios, man. 2.0. Maybe swinging back. But he would just be put in place and neutralized. And this is the thing that I'm saying about Manny Pacquiao. Regardless, he's older. Manny Pacquiao has the smarts. He can neutralize a lot of these fighters, man. A lot of them. And a lot of these guys, once they catch that, and they see this motherfucker done hit me like 8 times. This motherfucker's older than me. This nigga could be my father. This nigga just still hit me. What? A lot of these guys, they get intimidated. We've seen this before. The only one that I feel, to the new guys that are just joining the stream, that'll give Manny Pacquiao a fucking run for his money is Terrence Bud Crawford. Because he moves. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know, he's very, you know what I'm saying? He's doing what he's got to do, man, in that ring. He's ambidextrous. He's got tools. You know what I mean? He's fucking intelligent. A lot of these guys are come forward fighters, flat-footed fighters, cut off the ring and just stalk. You can't stalk Manny Pacquiao because then you'll wind up being stalked while you're stalking. But people, you know, want to call me a Pactard at certain points. You can do that. I'm a boxing fan. I'm just breaking down this, just like the heading says, a boxing conversation, right? And the topic is, can Pacquiao hang with any of these guys? Is he able to unify in this era against these guys here that most people are calling elite, but some of them are not even close to that? But Manny Pacquiao's elite. It's just age that got a lot of fight fans' heads. You know what I mean? And I can understand that. Foul Pole says Spence is big and dirty as fuck. Yeah, he can slip sometimes. You know, but the boy can fight. You know, the boy can fight. Stone Cold says Crawford too slick for Manny. Imagine Prime Pack versus Crawford. Woo! But at the same time, I love Crawford, but we still have yet to see what he can do at 147. This is why I say that it's a possibility that Crawford can give Manny Pacquiao problems. Because I don't know what he can do at 147. You know what I mean? If he's going to fight the same way he did at 140, he's not fucking with Manny Pacquiao. At 147, he's got to be special now. You feel what I'm saying? It's like when you advance, you got to get the vest, you got the gun, you got to upgrade the gun. You feel what I'm saying? This is what Manny Pacquiao has, and these guys have to do this now. You know? Oh, my bad. What I feel about Trump? I mean, Trump is president. He's doing what he's got to do. He's done more than what Obama does. I got no fucking problem as long as you know what I'm saying? None of this bullshit with racism and politics and all that shit gets into, you know, the boxing and shit. I got no problem, man. Do your job. Everybody has a job. You know what I mean? Everybody has a job to do, right? So let the motherfucker do his job. It is what it is. You know, all this other shit with immigration and all that other stuff, like, it's a problem right now. You know what I mean? It's a big fucking problem right now. He goes, in what sense he done more than Obama? Genuine question. I'm from the UK. Well, he's helped a lot of black foundations. You know, he's working very hard on the immigration policies, as well as pulling out all of these corrupt politicians. Exactly what's going on now. You know what I mean? As well as just passing more tax-free, which is what America needed, desperately needed. Meanwhile, Obama was talking about we had to spend more in order to get more. And on top of that, he's just making America exactly what it was. You know, a rich country. You know, and him sending out tariffs and shit like that. I don't see nothing wrong with you know, a leader of a country telling other countries within trade, look, it's time to pay up now. It's only right, right? It is what it is, you know. But back to boxing, like Falpo said, Spence is big. You know what I mean? Spence is a big dude, man. Spence is a big dude, and he's the fucking boogeyman. I mean, he's the monster. Okay, he's the boogeyman. You know what I mean? He is the fucking boogeyman. But now, what do you get to defeat a boogeyman? You get a monster. And Terence Crawford's the monster. And it just might be the possibility. Like I said, look, you guys, Bob Arum has two fucking dogs in this race. They both got straps, Pacquiao and Crawford. These are the Arum boys. The Arum boys need to chase these other fighters that got straps. Chase them. Just chase these motherfuckers. Chase them. Chase them. Grab the straps and ultimately Pacquiao Crawford for unification. That would be fucking awesome. That would be fucking awesome. Where Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Bud Crawford meet each other, Keith Thurman and Pacquiao meet each other, and then I guess, you know what I'm saying? Porter can get thrown in there if he like. You know what I mean? Just to keep Pacquiao Crawford busy while, you know, because it depends who's the winner of the Garcia Porter for the WBC, right? Then whoever grabs that, whoever fights Garcia or Porter, the winner, whoever's going to be champ, Crawford or Pacquiao takes that strap from either one, and they meet right at the top. Crawford, Pacquiao, Top Rank Productions, unification, battle of the ages. You know what I mean? That's very marketable. And that's sort of like a gauntlet type shit. That's sort of like a motion picture type shit. You know? That's sort of like the Arum boys, Pacquiao, Crawford, on the way to meet each other on the top. But before they get to the top, will they reach the top and get exactly what they need? And that's all the straps in order to meet ultimate unification. How awesome does that fucking sound, man? You know what I'm saying? So my man, oh, what's up, the beat makers? What's going on, my brother? Hashtag come back to boxing, man. Thank you for joining, my brother. No doubt. Keep it real, always, my brother. He says, might be too big for Pac. Yeah, I mean, he might be, but so was Margarito, and so was everybody else. Remember this, my friends. Manny Pacquiao was always and always will be the smaller guy. Always. You know? He says, but won't happen though. El Chapo, what's going on, bro? Yo, dude, it's Stone Cold. What? iPad died. So I'm on my computer. Okay, no doubt, my brother. All right, your iPad died. That's fucking crazy. Because Margarito, no boxing. So we definitely gotta keep it real here, man, because that's what we do, you know. But just imagine that, you know. I think, like I said, man, it doesn't matter for me with the size with Spence Jr. or anyone else, because Manny Pacquiao was always the smaller dude. Okay, this is why a lot of guys had so many fucking stipulations and stuff, and you know what I mean. Chapo says, so Trump he saved jobs at GM and Harley. No, well, if they agreed to the trades and stuff like that and don't fucking strike against tariffs and stuff like that, then he would have. But it's on their own demise. If they don't jump on the ship on made in the USA, then I guess they didn't save themselves. You know what I mean? You can't go up against the USA just because we're asking for more motherfucking money for trade to pay for your shit coming in, no longer free. You know what I mean? Enough of the handouts. We're getting to a point where America's not gonna be able to basically take care of ourselves. Right? There's this saying in life. After this, I'm out of this political conversation, my brother. If you can't take care of yourself, you can't take care of nobody else. Right? There's the whole point. There's the whole point that Trump is trying to make from my perspective. You know what I mean? UK has a fucking weak ass leadership, man. It's horrible. Real talk. Wow. You know what I'm saying? I love the UK though, man. I love you guys, man. You guys are real boxing fans out there. You know what I mean? You guys are real fucking boxing fans out there. Peace to Sporting Icons. Peace to the Fight Guru. Peace to Adam 4C Noble Sports. You feel what I'm saying? Peace to Will Vickers. Peace to Charles Shepard. Peace to Geneva Warren. Peace to my man Steve Glenister, Tim Gowland, Selena Porter, and everybody over at the UK, man. I love each and every one of you guys. Dean Burks. You know what I mean? Love each and every one of you guys over there, man. These are all boxing aficionados that I just finished spearing out there, by the way. So, yeah, man. Yeah, it's Mary Jane, baby. Of course. Come on. Yeah, you know. So, let's talk about this allegations where guys came up with, you know what I'm saying? I'm smoking some Girl Scout cookies. Girl Scout cookies. Now, let's get into this thing where a lot of guys were talking about Manny Pacquiao and steroids with no proof. Now, mind you, this first started from one of his yeah, it's fucking awesome, dude. It's fucking great. It tastes very good. It started one of his sparring partners who got knocked the fuck out. He got hit so hard that at the end he was like, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to check Manny Pacquiao. I think he's on steroids or some shit. Right? Then to add on to that, you had Floyd Mayweather Sr., Floyd Mayweather Jr., and then who else did you have? Paulie Malik fucking Najee, the yak. Right? You had the fucking yak. Paulie Malik Najee. You know what I'm saying? Coming out saying this shit where this motherfucker was on motherfucking all types of shit. No proof. Passed every test, fought everybody. Most of the guys that he fought popped, right? Not on his watch, but in his era, they popped. Never Pacquiao. Alex Ariza, we all know he's a chef. We know what we're talking about when we're talking chef, right? We all know he's a fucking chef. So, since we all know he's a fucking chef, it comes out to the point that now after all of these stipulations, because, and remember, this was set out of fear by Floyd Sr. I don't want my son fighting that little man. That little man is crazy. You guys remember that shit. So that was all said in speculation and to keep them away from what Mayweather and Camp were doing at the fucking time. And to keep it away from the fight that Mayweather really didn't want to fucking make. So then it came also to a fact that, you know what I'm saying? Freddie Roach and Alex Ariza had a little war going on. You know, they were fucking mad at each other to a point where Alex Ariza kicked this motherfucker in the chest, right? And then you had Freddie Roach within there. This is why I'm glad Freddie Roach is not with Pacquiao no more, because we don't need no shit talkers just because you're in a war with Alex Ariza. So you're gonna tarnish your fighter saying this shit. Yeah, Alex Ariza did put something in the bottle, but Manny Pacquiao didn't know. Get the fuck out of here. Are you fucking crazy, bro? You know, and that's always what Freddie Roach is doing. He's losing it. You know what I mean? Now let's get to your comments. El Chapo says, idiots always throw that shit around about PEDs. Yes, they do. You know what I'm saying? The beat maker Osiris says, Ariza is a chemist. He also says, he know how to get through the tests. El Chapo says, somebody in a stream before saying Fury on steroids. The beat maker Osiris says, physics, all about cross canceling out. Oh yeah, definitely, my brother. El Chapo says, Jeff, you score from a dispensary? No. Osiris also says he should hire Ariza again. Nah, Ariza's tarnished. You know, he's tarnished. And that's also one of the other reasons that I think that people started saying that Manny Pacquiao was on shit, because of Ariza. And just like Memo Heredia, El Diamante, Felix Verdejo just hired Memo Heredia, right? Now watch all the speculation come out that Felix Verdejo is going to be on something because he's got Memo Heredia, the PED fucking guru, on his team. And we don't know that just yet, do we? Because he hasn't popped. Now, Chapo says, I wish we would have seen Maypac at the right time. Me too, bro. Me too. You know? Osiris says, never caught though. Like you said, funny that Mayweather hired Ariza. Exactly. And at the same time, remember, 2 days before the fight, 750 milligrams of saline, right? IV Owen Gate. Remember that shit? You know? Fluid Mayweather. Remember that whole shit? But they denied the cortisone shot and the vitamins, right? To pack, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I'm glad you guys are on the same page. El Chapo says, Jeff, you done DMT? No. Oh, the pineal gland? It fucks with the pineal gland? Oh man, that's a bit psychedelic for me, brother. That's a bit too psychedelic for me. But I'll just listen, man. I'll just stick to my Girl Scout cookies, bro. You know what I'm saying? My Girl Scout cookies, my white rhino. You know what I mean? I'll just stick to my shit, bro. You know what I mean? I'll just stick to my old types. All right. This is Girl Scout cookies. This is a white rhino that's finishing, and this is AK-47. Yes, I'm an avid fucking marijuana smoker. But yeah, man. You know what I mean? You know, it is what it is, man. You know, I'm not saying that none of these guys, you know, simplicity is exactly, my brother. Exactly, Osiris. I'm feeling the vibe, brother. I'm feeling the fucking vibe, bro. No doubt, man. El Chapo says, it was at the pyramids last night. I was at the pyramids last night. Oh, that's what's up, kid. My man traveled. When I smoke this shit, I'm somewhere in Pakistan and Iraq where the Sumerians supposedly created shit. But I just gotta say, man, you know, this thing that has to do with Pacquiao winning the strap now and all these young guys, I'm glad, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I'm very happy that this is going on, you know? And my whole thing here is, like I said, for all you guys who follow Floyd Mayweather, we're gonna always throw Floyd Mayweather in the way. Like, think you can ridicule Manny Pacquiao, but not understand that we're gonna talk about Floyd because he's claiming to be the best ever and saying that motherfuckers aren't daring to be great. But where the fuck is he? And he's Manny Pacquiao's age. He's fresher than Manny Pacquiao because he hardly took any damage because he hardly fought. So what the fuck? We know what the fuck. El Chapo, I'm 44 years old and smoking since I'm 14. Chapo says, I hope Pac fights Thurman. Thurman has lost his balls. No, no, no. Let me let me basically let me put you in a lighter light with Keith Thurman. Okay, if you heard that he was stripped, it's a lie. He relinquished his title. Now, being stripped means being taken from, right? Unwillingly. Relinquishing is giving up willingly. What he did was give up the WBC so other fighters can actually put it up into contention. So these guys can fight for it. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't gonna hold it like every other fucking boxing diva just because they going on vacation or because they got a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a little bit of this. No, he put it up there and said, you know what, you guys go and fight. You know what I'm saying? And I'll come back for it. Those were his intentions. Those are his intentions. So everybody that's out there saying that he's ducking Spence and all that other bullshit needs to stop it, because if you see within the act itself of him putting the WBC up and keeping the WBA and saying I'm coming back for my WBC, what does that show you, you dumb? Not you, El Chapo, not you, but everybody else that's saying it. What does that show you guys? It shows you guys that he has the intentions of coming back even hungrier and gave himself even more incentive to go for a WBC title again. See? So that's what I'm saying. A man who's sidelined with an injury. Okay, first we got to see this. He tried to come back. Okay, it had nothing to do with Errol Spence Jr. being thrown out because he wasn't going to fight Errol Spence Jr. this year anyway. You know what I mean? Errol Spence Jr. already had Ocampo up in there, and he's got somebody. Keith Thurman is recovering. He valiantly gave up his title, one of his titles. You know what I mean? He put it up there. The other guys are fighting for it. He's coming back for it. That's exactly what he did. You know what I mean? You know? Osiris says Floyd played the people. Yeah. Hell yeah, he did. Fuck yeah, he did. El Chapo says, the beat time and time again. And the mugs fell for it every time. Yep. I think Pat could take Keith. I think he can too, El Chapo. Osiris says, I find it funny. May gave other people a rematch, but not Pac-Man. You know, El Chapo says he had a strained vagina. You know what's funny is that there's a couple of rematches as well that Mayweather didn't give. As a matter of fact, he was supposed to give Oscar De La Hoya a rematch, and he retired. You know what I'm saying? He was also he won a title of someone as well and never rematched them. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, being side A. Being side A, you get to call a lot of shots and do a lot of things. You know what I mean? And if you don't want to look crazy, and if you want things done your way, Mayweather was the epitome of that. You know what I mean? A lot of stipulations, a lot. You know what I mean? El Chapo, I think the World Boxing Super Series is fucking awesome. It's great. You know what I mean? It's awesome. I hear Nonito Donaire is entering the 118. The fuck? Now, Nonito Donaire is one that should just have several seats. You guys may not agree with me, but Nonito Donaire needs to have several seats. Definitely, you know? How do you guys feel about Danny Jacobs fighting Charlo? Because that's something I want to see. After he gets rid of Derevchenko and wins that IBF strap, I want to see Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Osiris, a lot of people agree with you, man. A lot of people agree with you on that. Yes? Yep. A lot of people agree with you on that, my brother. But I want to see that. I want to see Daniel Jacobs fight the Charlo at 160. You know what I'm saying? That would be a great fucking fight. But first, he's got to fight Derevchenko. He's got to get Derevchenko out the fucking way. You know what I'm saying? El Chapo, you think Saunders whips who? Derevchenko and Daniel Jacobs? I think Daniel Jacobs fucking sparks. Okay? I think Daniel Jacobs sparks Saunders. And that's for real. Daniel Jacobs destroys Billy Joe Saunders. Daniel Jacobs is no slouch now. You know what I mean? He's no slouch now. You know what I mean? Saunders may whoop on Charlo. You know what I mean? Pack dropping to 135, Osiris, that's too critical for his body at this age, man. He'll look like the Filipino Skeletor, dog. My man look like fucking, he look like Pelotor. My man look like the Filipino Skeletor, bro, at 135, kid. You see his heartbeat out of his chest, kid. You know what I'm saying? You see him swallowing, dogs. If he swallows a grain of rice, that shit'll look like this. Going down his throat, like, my man look crazy, crazy skinny, son. Straight down the middle. Mashenko. El Chapo says, no way, bro. Absolutely no way. I've watched Saunders since the amateurs. The guy is exceptional. I'm taking nothing away from Saunders. I'm taking nothing away from Saunders, El Chapo. But Daniel Jacobs has pedigree, brother. He ain't no mongoose. He ain't no slouch, kid. He ain't no slouch. He ain't no slouch. He's got one loss from way back when, and he lost to Gennady Golovkin. Know what I'm saying? If that fight ever comes to fruition, just be sure to hunt me down. So that way me and you can have a boxing conversation on it, El Chapo. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? That's a healthy conversation for us. But I think Daniel Jacobs, you know what I'm saying, will probably be the one to stop Saunders. Because Saunders been on the run. You know, Saunders is a good fighter, man. But he gets on my fucking nerves sometimes, man. Because he wants fights and shit like that. But then he pulls out. Right? And then he speaks legacy and all that, but then he pulls out because of money. And it's like, it's like, at this stage, if you're going to be at the level of these guys, instead of being laughed at like he was when he tried to step to Canelo, and I think Saunders will spark Canelo. Just like I think Daniel Jacobs will spark Canelo. You know what I mean? But Saunders needs to step up in his fight selection now. Now it's going to get harder for him. And Daniel Jacobs is that possibility of a fucking ass whooping, his title taken, a loss. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to be some crazy shit. This GGG shit, man, I don't think that Canelo and GGG should be fighting at all, bro. Like, Canelo is a fucking drug cheat, okay? I don't care what anybody says about no hair follicle samples, because that's a bunch of bullshit. You did it about a month and a half to almost 2 months away from him having knee surgery. And if you have knee surgery, everything that's in your system is basically diluted. So if there was any clenbuterol in his system, motherfucker, that whole shit was diluted within his bloodstream. So by the time it was time to take the hair follicle, which I'm more than sure he's got a close fucking cut and cut most of that shit off too, it was done. The WBC, VADA, they have stepped in and saved their fucking cash cow. Okay? We know that Golden Boy and the WBC and fucking VADA are all in a threesome together, kid. We know this, bro. We know this. Haplotype 0, what's going on, my brother? No doubt, kid. Hashtag come back to boxing. Good to see you, bro. He says, Haplotype 0 says, Saunders reminds me of Sturm hiding out in Europe. El Chapo says, Haplo, the better opposition, the better BJ is. The better BJS is. He has the talent to clear out 160. El Chapo. Corruption 101. Well, I don't know, man. Like I said, El Chapo, the only reason why I doubt and I'm really questioning Saunders' pedigree is because, like I said, he was in hiatus for a while, you know, lackluster, wasn't really fighting nobody. Then he beat, you know, the Mongoose. He beat fucking Lemieux, you know, who was inactive for a while too. I think it was somebody after that. But Daniel Jacobs is a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? Daniel Jacobs is a whole different ball game. You know? Osiris says Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is still premature, my brother. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got a big mouth too. Like he actually said, if I was at 160, I could beat Gennady Golovkin right now. And that's some premature shit. You know what I'm saying? That's some premature shit. Can somebody please fucking tell me this? Is that Oscar De La Hoya's illegitimate son, man? Can somebody answer that fucking riddle for me? I've been asking fight fans all over the fucking place, bro, and nobody can answer that for me. Can somebody please tell me this? Is that his fucking son? You know what I mean? Haplo Type Zero says he's got talent, but he won't fight anyone. So we won't know till he fights an elite opponent. Exactly. My point exact, Haplo. Definitely. Osiris says Youngblood. What do you think about him? El Chapo says he wanted the the Triple G fight when it looked like Canelo 2 wasn't happening. Yeah, exactly. But then he said he was gonna have a fight, then he pulled out or some shit. Haplo Type Zero says, I hear you, but it didn't happen. I know. El Chapo says Ryan Garcia is the US version of Eubanks Jr. He's a hype job, and I can't wait till he gets iced. Good comparison. Haplo Type Zero says he also didn't want any of GGG earlier on. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys, they keep that going, just so because they know GGG is gonna eventually get old. Eventually, GGG is gonna get old. You know what I mean? Marvelous Marvin Hagler, the last fight he had before Sugar Ray Leonard, before he never returned to the ring, that fight with him and John the Beast Mugabe, that shit took a lot out of him. So Ray Leonard did the waiting. And when he did the waiting within a 4-year bracket, not 4 years straight of retirement, he came back and he beat a war-torn Marvelous Marvin Hagler. You know what I mean? People don't realize that in that fight, if you take a look at Marvelous Marvin Hagler, like he was shot. His motor functions were shot. He still wasn't recovered fully from that John Mugabe fight. He couldn't react on time. You know what I mean? He was missing a lot. You know, it's fucked up though. But I think he just left because, you know, he just didn't want to deal with the sport anymore. You know, El Chapo says, oh, wait up. Hold up. Okay, Osiris says Davis versus Loma. What do you think? I think Loma ices Davis. Definitely. Loma's fighting harder, and so far his fight selection is great. Meaning he would have more experience. His pedigree's rising. You know what I mean? He has a lot more. He has a lot more than Tank Davis right now. Tank Davis right now is on some bullshit where he's dealing with life. You know what I mean? Instead of boxing. El Chapo says, Haplo, that was on GGG side. Abel said they didn't want to unify anymore. I don't know about that. Haplo Type Zero says, I think GGG has slowed a step already. Yes, he has. El Chapo says, then they vacated the IBF, I think. Chapo says, yes, Haplo, for sure. El Chapo says, Tank is a fucking beast, yo. It says, Loma is something we never seen before. I mean, yeah, you can say that. You know, I'm 44, so I've seen fighters like Loma. You know? Seen fighters like Loma. You ever watch Hector Macho Camacho, man? Yeah. Yeah, see my Hector Macho Camacho throw those fucking hands, kid. Whew. Um, you know, yeah, movement wise. Check out Hector Macho Camacho, kid. Um, but Loma is a fucking specimen. He's crazy, kid. He's crazy. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. You see? Yeah, Haplo, no doubt. Loma reminds you of Calzaghe and Camacho, and I just said Camacho. So check out Hector Macho Camacho, kid. At his lightest. My man, fast, lightning speed, hit hard. I think he was more aggressive than Loma, though. Macho came after your ass, kid. He came after you like if you owed him money for a fucking nickel bag he sold you and you didn't pay back. Fucking dogs acting crazy out there. You know what I mean? Osiris says, not after that knockdown. Naseem Hamad. No doubt. Yo. Everybody falls, Osiris. It's okay that Loma took a fall. He needed that. He needed that. He needed to be put on his ass like that. Because if he ever lacked or ever thought of lacking in the future, that right there is gonna set him straight. He's always gonna remember, I'm not falling on my ass at all. Mayweather fell on his ass. They put Mayweather on his ass before. Yes, they have. Do the research, it's there. They put him on his ass before. And I'm not talking Zab Judah. Yeah, I like Prince Nassim. He's annoying. You know who he looked like? He looked like, at certain movements that he did, Prince Nassim looked like fucking Jerry Lewis when he was younger, kid. Fucking lady. Yo, he fucking crazy looking motherfucker, kid. Word up. Yeah, he was exciting, man. He was exciting. He was a crazy motherfucker. Osiris says, when Loma went down with the straight, it showed me Pac-Man would win easy. Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to tell everybody this with this Loma Pac fight. That fight shouldn't even be talked about. Manny Pacquiao can't make a 140, 142 without lacking or losing anything from his physical, his health. That's very unhealthy for Manny Pacquiao. And Loma is not going to take the weight too well going up too. He's not going to carry that. 3 months in training for both of these guys would kill either one. Regardless, Loma's young. That's a lot of weight for Loma to put up to go close to 147 or Manny Pacquiao to go past 145. That fight is not going to be made. And if it's going to be made at a catch weight, it's probably going to be 144. Now, that's not too bad because that's only cutting three-quarter pounds from fucking, you know what I'm saying, from Pacquiao. So Pacquiao could lose 3 pounds, no doubt. But now, Lomachenko moving up. Know what I mean? And it's not only 4 pounds that he put on, it's the 4 pounds that he's got to keep on, which is going to be hard. Keeping the weight on is harder than losing it, man. Especially for a smaller man. And for the first time, if they ever make that fight, Pacquiao will be the bigger man. Finally. Finally. You know what I'm saying? You know? Baby Miller, what I think about Baby Miller needs to shut the fuck up about other fighters and take the baby out and just be a man and go to other countries and fight motherfuckers. Because American fighters, we go everywhere to fuck people up. So this is exactly what you need to do. You need to put your man fucking boots on, dog, and go to the next man's country, whether it's Croatia, wherever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? And put boots to asses, boy. Otherwise than that, don't be talking no shit about a Joshua, a Wilder, a Briggs. Don't say it. Just don't talk shit. That's how I feel about Baby Miller. Foul pole says Pac looks soft, making 147. Looks like he makes it with no problem. No doubt. Hawker Mustang, what's going on, bro? What's going on, man? Hashtag come back to boxing, baby. Thanks for joining. Hawker says, at El Chapo, Pac versus Khan makes sense. It does, but Khan get the shit beat out of him. Osiris says, legend, he's disciplined. El Chapo says, haha, Yeah, you're right. 300 pounds, and punches like a punches like a featherweight. Yeah, man. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. Amir Khan, man. He looked fat around the waist, kid, but he still punches fast. But that's not enough. That's not enough to hold the Pacquiao, man. What? Hold on for a second. I gotta tell my motherfucker to shut up. Hey, Tonka, shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. Keep quiet. Oreo. Oreo. Quiet. Oreo. Come on. Get out, Oreo. 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 Good boy. You gotta sit down now. My dogs in my backyard going crazy because they're hearing shit. Now, where were we? Yeah, man, that's my dogs. I gotta tell these motherfuckers to shut the fuck up, man. These guys are driving me crazy. Let me turn the backyard light on for you guys. These guys are driving me crazy out that motherfucker, man. They crazy. But, let's see where we at here. Big tasty pillow fist. El Chapo says, I don't mean Khan. Haha, that's how I tell my dogs to shut the fuck up after a while. When I tell them to be quiet after the third time, I start using fucking vulgarity with tells them bastards, but I love them though. But yeah, man, it just, like I said, man, it just gets to a point that I think even with Amir Khan, son, I don't even count him in because he's just one of those fill-in fighters now. You know what I'm saying? Just a fill-in fighters now. Osiris says Manny can still drop weight, I'm sure. If Loma willing to fight, Pac will drop. I don't think Buboy will allow him to do that, man. And if they do, then these motherfuckers are stupid, kid. That's too dangerous for Pac, dog. That's too dangerous for Pac to go back. Pac cannot go down. That fight shouldn't even be thought of. And, you know, I understand why people want Loma to fight guys like Manny Pacquiao so he can have him on his resume. Manny Pacquiao's not going to quit on the stool. Manny Pacquiao's going to fight. And when Manny Pacquiao fights, a lot of guys don't escape that pressure. Manny Pacquiao has not lost a fucking fight. He did not lose that Jeff Horn fight. So let's just say, now that we know this, Loma's not going to make a difference, man. Listen, guys. I've said this before. Now that Haplotype Zero's on here, and now that Hoka Mustang's on here, I want your guys' real boxing opinion, gentlemen. Do you think that Manny Pacquiao has what it takes? Now, let's not look at the Jeff Horn loss. We know what happened. Do you think that any of these fucking guys here, Garcia, Porter, Terrence Crawford, Thurman, and Errol Spence Jr., I think Crawford is the only one out of these guys that'll give Manny Pacquiao a hard day at the office. Everybody else wouldn't be easy work, but they would just be work. What do you guys think? Because if you take a look at Manny Pacquiao's pedigree and who he's fought and what he's seen and the way he's fighting now, don't you think that Jesse Vargas, regardless he's mediocre, should have fucking beat the shit? Don't you think Timothy Pacquiao was so done? Timothy Bradley should have put the fucking beats on him? The only one that really, like the only fight he really fucking lost, like got knocked the fuck out in, was the Marquez fight. And none of these guys got Marquez power, leverage, or smarts to land something like that on such an elite fighter in their era. Why? Because they don't fight fighters. First of all, they're not fighting each other to make each other great, which is what the past eras have done. In order to have a good fighter, you got to have one good fighter going against another good fighter to fight each other, to see who's the better fighter, to become great, right? All these guys aren't doing this right now. None of these guys are doing this right now. So now that Manny Pacquiao came from an era where motherfuckers are actually fighting each other, not once, not twice, not 3 times, possibly 4 times, you actually think that these guys are actually going to have, and Pacquiao still shows, the stamina, the grit, the skill, the pedigree and all, to fuck with a Pacquiao? You guys don't think that Manny Pacquiao has the goal to make to meet Terence Crawford at the top for unification, or to at least go not even go through easily, but fight and defeat Garcia, Porter, Thurman, Spence Jr. And I'm only speaking that on my opinion. He beat Spence Jr. because Spence Jr. is flat-footed. Let's be real here. He's a stalker, and he's going to wind up getting stalked on. He gets hit a lot. He's still learning. He can be great. None of these guys fought each other. Most of these guys, Manny Pacquiao set so many traps like he did with Matisse. None of these guys have seen the pedigree of a Pacquiao. And just because Errol Spence Jr. beat up Floyd Mayweather Jr. somewhere in the gym, that's the triangle theory, if you're going to use that. So, gentlemen, please let me know. Let me know. Let me know, guys. Let me go up over here. I'm sorry, guys. El Chapo says, Iloma said he wouldn't he won't fight at 140, last I heard. He also says Pac would smash up Porter. Porter's useless. I'll get on Porter in a minute. Osiris says Bradley, great fighter. Yeah, I agree, man. Osiris says not even smarts. Hoka Mustang. Manny still has fast hands, but his footwork is a bit off. I think Crawford would beat Manny now. I think so too. I think that's the only one. Osiris says they fight too many times. El Chapo says there's too many belts. Osiris says Marquez just understood his rhythm. Exactly. El Chapo says you like the look of Mungia, Jeff? Mungia so far doing good, man. He's doing fucking pretty good for himself. That was impressive, that last victory. Hawker says Pac says he plans to defend his title. I hope so. And I hope he goes for unification, Hawker. Just imagine that, bro. At his age, bro, he unifies, bro. That's something special. That's something to look at. If he wins 2 fucking titles, or 3, if he unifies 3, that's fucking great. But that's just my boxing opinion, guys. Well, otherwise than that, man, I'm gonna let you guys go, man. This has been a great, you know what I'm saying, live. And just basically, man, an hour 45, you know. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We got off on the wrong foot, but wound up on the right steps. You know what I'm saying? So you guys subscribe now. If you just ran into me, you already know what you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Pure boxing opinion, but also with fact. You know what I mean? And I'm never going to lie to you guys. Peace to my man, Haplotype 0, Hawker Mustang, El Chapo, you know, Osiris, my man Osiris, the beat maker. You know, peace to all of you guys, man. And even to the casual that joined us earlier. What's his name? Patet, or whatever the fuck his name is. Pupati, or whatever the fuck, I don't know. But good luck to you and God bless you, my friend. But otherwise than that, man, I'm J.Cotto, your boy telling the truth within the sport of boxing, man. All right? Catch me on YouTube. Catch me over on Facebook as well. On the J.Cotto, J-A-Y-C-O-T-T-O. Otherwise than that, God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace, guys. # come back to boxing.